Good day, this is WesternPacificWeather.com's 11th and final video update for Tropical Depression Maon. It is the 22nd of July, 08 Zulu, 4 p.m. Philippine time or 5 p.m. Japan time. We still have Tropical Depression Maon well south of Japan, located approximately 790 kilometers southeast of Tokyo. Maximum sustained winds of 45 kph gusting to 75 kph. Maon is now moving eastward at 15 kilometers per hour. Seeing this latest visible image, we actually have multiple low-level circulations that are exposed, one over here and also one over here, and that convection is now largely displaced to the east of the circulation center, and also in this IR image, that very weak convection still east and southeast of Maon, and actually barely recognizable now on those both images that we have here, and not only for formation but also on its status as a cyclone. JTWC actually giving out their final warning for Maon and around 00 Zulu, while JMA still holding on to that tropical storm intensity, actually severe tropical storm from them, with winds of up to around still 95 kph for JMA. So yeah, large differences between agencies here. Turning on to ASCAT, we still ASCAT showing the winds here associated with Maon, actually still around tropical storm strength, around 30 to 35 knots, and those strong winds can be felt actually as far north as Kanto region here in Honshu, still largely around 30 to 40 kph, definitely still being experienced here in this region. Also here, the latest wind reports from JMA also showing 15 to 30 kilometers per hour, with the strongest winds being reported across the islands here of as much as 40 to 50 kph winds actually here. So still having that strong northeasterly winds, and also still strong waves being experienced all along the seaboard here, and that is why JMA is still having that warnings all posted across the eastern sections of the Tohoku region, also here in Kanto and the Tokai region, for high waves and strong surfs. Also here in the eastern side, actually these are warnings for dry air. Latest reports here, dew points are running around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, around 10 degrees Celsius. But in terms of imminent dangers, yeah, definitely have to watch the eastern seaboard for strong waves. That will continue throughout the weekend as Maon moves to the east of the island of Honshu here. And yeah, in terms of track, Maon actually moved south, more south than we have previously thought. Although we still expect Maon to move north and to begin turning to the north beginning to today, and continuing on for the next 2 to 3 days based on this latest steering analysis. And also Maon is expected and is forecast to turn to the northeast there, and the computer models are in so pretty good agreement with the overall track of Maon, with the exception of the UK Met model being the western outlier here, bringing it just to the southeast of Hokkaido. But the majority of the models, the consensus, bringing Maon well east of the islands and bringing it to the northeast across the North Pacific Ocean as it becomes extratropical next week. You also have here the KMA, the Korean Meteorological Administration, also forecasting Maon to move well away from the islands, forecasting 870 kilometers east-southeast of Sapporo by Sunday, and I also expect Maon to become extratropical by Monday. JMA also showing this northward progression, and actually based on their latest forecast, they are expecting Maon to hold on to that intensity for at least 2 days before it starts to weaken, or before it starts becoming extratropical once it is east of Hokkaido. We also have here the JTWC, also although showing just a shorter forecast because this is their final warning now. But they are also expecting mountain to turn northward anytime today, and perhaps as early as tomorrow will start turning north there. Now moving on to the other news for today, we have Invest 93W still in the Philippine Sea around Palau here, and also looking at the much larger here, the visible image, you can see this trough extending as far west as the Philippines and as far east as eastern Micronesia actually, and within these troughs are multiple disturbances, with the westernmost here just east of Visayas and JTWC are actually rating this area as slow for the potential of a tropical cyclone development in the next 24 hours. Yet we have a low chance in this area. Also here near Palau, and another one seems to be just southeast of Yap. Show you that later. But in terms of convection, still spotty and largely disorganized, with definitely still being embedded along that trough. And you can see the convection here affecting Visayas and northern Mindanao, and also here Palau associated with the 93W, still weak convection there as well. In terms of surface winds, this latest ASCAT image also showing this seems to be a weak circulation here east of Samar, and also weak circulation within the vicinity of Palau, and seems to be another circulation here southeast of Yap. Also you can see in this image the strong southwesterly winds of around 20 to 40 kph, but Palau, as of their latest report, still reporting around 15 to 30 kph winds, not very strong just yet, and also barometric pressure of around 1007 millibars. So, but yeah, in terms of cyclone development, the area is in somewhat moderate, low to moderate wind shear, and 10 to 20 knots, and we all know sea surface temperatures around this region can sustain and is very favorable for cyclone development. And the computer models, again, in good agreement with regards to cyclone development, although still having that large variances in terms of the eventual track. You can see some of them avoiding the Philippines, while NOGAPs here is showing a track towards northern Luzon. You can also see here seems to be two sets of lines. We have here forming east of the Philippines, east of Visayas, in 2 to 3 days time, while another cyclone forms near the equator, well southeast of Yap, in 3 to 5 days time. Now we are showing here the Euro model, again also another model here, forecasting this weak cyclone to actually clip the northeastern part of Luzon and go through Luzon Strait, and will move towards South China Sea here, and also in good agreement with the consensus here of taking that middle track across Luzon Strait by early next week. This is actually forecast to be around Tuesday morning Philippine time. Also, it seems to be another cyclone here forming, and this is by Sunday morning Philippine time. So definitely well away. It's too far away from now and next week still, but potential cyclone also being shown by the Euro model seems to be in agreement also here in this consensus of a cyclone developing in 3 to 5 days time, and all of them showing slow development. And the overall northward progression of this future cyclone is actually critical, because this will partly depend on Maon's future track and status as an extratropical cyclone. And the meteorologists at the National Weather Service here in Guam actually took note of that scenario on their previous area forecast discussion, saying if Maon becomes extratropical and deepens, it could weaken the ridge, allowing this future cyclone to move north. Again, that is going to be critical, because if the ridge remains strong, that cyclone could steer just east of the Philippines. But if the ridge weakens fast enough, that cyclone could move towards the north, avoiding Philippines, and also avoiding Okinawa, taking that same track Maon took when it crossed the Philippine Sea. But looking at the models right now, they seem to be showing a fast ridge weakening that will take that cyclone northward. But as I said, that this is still many days away. You still don't have the cyclones to begin with, but the computer models are in good agreement, as I said, and the trends are there for what seems to be a cyclone developing next week here in the Philippine Sea. So those are the updates for today. As I said, this is our final video update for tropical depression Maon. But you can still go to our site for the latest text updates for Maon, and also tropical updates concerning the monsoon trough and the potential cyclone developments over in that region. So we will have another update when a cyclone does develop. So until then, stay safe out there, and bye bye.